that is probably one of the first times where I've actually looked at my face and I've been like, I look a bit different. Skinny tight. Fucking hell. Hello, welcome back to the YouTube. Last 2 days of prep, 2 days out from the last show of the year, which is cool. So we woke up today at 197.2, which I believe is a drop from the day before. It is. But crisp, harder, crispier, harder. There we go. And it's a lot more streamlined, a lot more classic. Like, my waist feels snatched. We're all good. We're all sound. So today is my last session of prep. It is going to be an upper pump session. I'm not going to film the session because it's fucking boring. But I'm going to go through basically the POA because we are running 6 meals today as opposed to the usual 5. And we are basically running the morning before I go for my pump session as almost like a mock show day, just to get some data in terms of like what we're doing now based on how we've woken up and what we're looking to on show day, what do we tweak anything for show day, etc, etc. 755 gram of carb going in today. I'm going to be taking photos before my pre-workout meal. Obviously, I've already taken my first check-in. Post-workout, pre-meal 4, pre-meal 5. We've got specific meal timings. My first meal is in 5 minutes. And basically, I've got loads of instructions from Mr. Timothy Stewart. So even before now, I have had 30 grams of Hardy Branch cyclodextrin. And I am going to have another 30 grams of Hardy Branch cyclodextrin between my first meal and my pre-workout meal. So again, just a little bit more carb through there. Meal 1 is, I'll show you in a second, and that's going to be at 7. It is now 4 minutes to 7. Meal 2, which will be my pre-workout meal, will be at 9:30, and I'll train at 11:30. So yeah, fun stuff, loads of stress, loads of shit to do. But no, feel good, feel as good as I can be, to be fair. Like, I don't feel amazing, I feel a bit cooked. But I'm excited. I'm really, really excited for the weekend. It's going to be a very, very nice day. And to be honest, like, I just want to go on stage and look the best I possibly can. To be like, if I'm being honest, like, don't get it wrong. It's a show which, if I win and the judges view me as good enough, I can earn a PCA Pro card. Do I think I am at the level of a PCA Pro? In my opinion, no. But at the same time, I'd fucking love to. I'd love to win it. And I'd love to go into the pro show afterwards and get absolutely battered by the likes of Lewis Widgery, Alex Kratos, Darren McNamara's doing it. So yeah, sick, lit. Yeah, we're all good. Now, I am going to get the first meal here, and then I'll show you the first meal. Then I'm going to crack on with a little bit of work. Meal number 1 going down. It is basically like you would have seen on my show days. A rice pudding meal. So we've got 75 grams of rice pudding, we've got 20 grams of whey, we've got 40 grams of maple syrup, we've got 10 grams of dark chocolate, and we've got 50 grams of fruit. And then my pre-stage meal, pre-workout meal, is the squares, bars and whatnot. So I might show that, but it's a bit boring. Usual salt, usual fluid for today, which will be cool. And then obviously we've got like 4 actual meals from post-workout onwards, which will be absolutely fucking sound. So yeah, we are all good. I will go and get this down, and I will come back a little bit later on, and I will give a bit more of an update. Oh shit. No. So the pre-workout meals. All good. Pre-workout meal is going in. Very similar to like what you would have seen me eating like pre-stage. So obviously with the meals that we've had today so far, like before I go and train now, it's more of like what we'll be doing on show day. So maybe not like what you'd normally see me carb loading on. So not like a big queen of rice meal, where like, you know, have my normal water intake with it. It's going to be like the rice pudding meal with like 200 ml of fluid. So nothing which is going to really like, you know, distend the waist or anything like that, but still making sure that the food choices that we are having are just smarter ones, and making sure that everything which we're eating is able to pass through the digestive system nice and easily without causing, you know, any grief or anything like that. So your fast acting sugary sort of carbs, low volume, dark chocolate, almond butter for fats. Protein, like you don't really need much protein, if anything, really. Like it's just there, basically. To be fair, I can't even be able to put that in squares bars. So yeah, basically meal numero 2, the pre-workout meal, is 3 squares bars, 30 grams of jam, 10 grams of dark chocolate, fucking there, bit there, here, and then 2 grams of pink salt, 0.4 grams of low salt, which, let me turn the camera around. I'm going to put like a little bit on each. By the way, this is like an elite combination, by the way. Squares bars, jam, and a bit of salt. How am I going to get the rest of this down? You know what? Fucking hell. That, I thought it was going to be a lot better in my head. Fuck me. Jesus. Right, that's great content for YouTube. Fucking hell. I've got another litre of fluid. I'm going to have some now. Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. That was horrible. I do apologise. It's not really what you want to be watching when you've just, I don't know, maybe you're not dieting, you're not prepping, you've got a nice bowl of cream of rice or something, and you just watch me gagging. See if I know, fill this up to 500 ml so I know how much I'm drinking. But Jesus Christ, that was top 10 worst things I've ever stupidly done. And don't get me wrong, there is a lot of things I've done that are stupid. Come on. There we go. That's better. Fucking hell. That was rank. But yeah, I'm going to get this down. Leaving in like just over an hour to go and train, and then we'll train, might chat. I just went a post-workout meal actually as well. That's just normal carb loading meals. So I've got another 4 meals after this, which is nice. So yeah, I'll go get this food down now. Hopefully the salt doesn't fucking make me throw up again. But yeah, nice. See you in a bit. And we are back home for the post-workout meal. Hopefully I remember to whack some post-workout shots on here. Oh shit, that's fine. Hopefully now somewhere there will be some post-workout shots. Obviously boring as fuck session, it's a pump session. But last session of prep boxed off. Best look of prep probably as well. I'm gonna whack some shots on my Instagram as well. I need to do that shortly. But yeah, really happy. Obviously we're not like bursting full or anything like that. But that being said, like we're not nowhere near like flat. Like it's just a really nice balance of fullness, condition, and yeah, I'm really happy with these. So we are absolutely fucking chilling. Now I just need to sort out my post-workout meal, which is, to be fair, I'm not going to tell you what it is right now. I'll show you in it. fucking hell, come back. There we go. Come on. There we go. Lovely. Which I'll show you in a second. But it's actually going to be a very chill day now because all of my work is done. All of my work was done by like genuinely like 9 a.m. Any of my clients, you'll know that like when you guys check in, I say by 9 a.m. on a given check-in day. The lovely thing was today, my last check-in got sent back at I believe 9:10. Sick. Friday check-ins, like for some, I don't know how this has actually worked out, but the vast majority of people who check in on Fridays all wake up really early for work. So it means that like now when I'm in prep, it's actually check-in, done, check-in, done, check-in, done. Obviously Jared was he's checking at like 5:30 now. So he was all sorted, ready to go. We ran 2 high days at the start of the week. About 550 carb back to back after a day of training day macros on a rest day or training day carbs on a rest day. So across 3 days, like 1300 carb. Body weight obviously came up, then dropped down a really good, like a good chunk to like a ridiculous new low. So I was like, right, cool, time to feed again. So he's in a really good spot, ridiculously responsive now, and not a billion miles away, especially for a first timer. Like as a first timer, I'll have some shots here as well. As a first timer, like you don't know where stage weight is going to be, and at the same time, you also don't want to like chase certain parts of a physique if the muscle isn't there. Like we know with Jared, his strong part. His upper body. His upper body's fucking wicked. However, his lower body isn't as strong. His quads are great. Quads are good, but he needs a bit more. He needs a bit more glute, a bit more hamstring. So, like, I had a conversation with him, and I said, like, look, I don't want you to stress if your glutes aren't fully in, because I'm not going to get your glutes all the way in if there's then going to be a detriment to your upper body. Like, I'm not going to eat away at your strong points just to get your weak points in. And I do that with anybody. Like, I think people forget that bodybuilding is not a dieting contest. It's an overall look. And at times that means that if you don't have the condition in certain areas, you should not chase certain condition in certain areas because it will take away. Some people's best look isn't itched out glutes. I'm not going to bother with that. Fuck off. What, out of raspberries? What the fuck, Molly? I wanted some raspberries. Fuck's sake. Guess I go and get some raspberries. Well, to be fair, Molly finishes work early, so she can get them. But yeah, post-workout meal going down now. I'm still not going to say it, but yeah, all work boxed off, which is nice. We then had Sophie checking in. She is £2 down this week, which is sick. Cardio's low. Steps, she loves doing steps, so she's got steps still in. Toby's just dieting through that, and I say less food, but she's on like 2,000 calorie training days, and training performance obviously is ridiculous. So which I'll say to anybody, right? The better that you train, the more food you're going to be able to diet on, and the more that you push your food up and you don't eat like a twat, the more you are. Also, then go with that with more food. Don't get me wrong; those comes with muscle mass, but to be in this spot now, we're absolutely chilling. We then had Dylan. I'm not going to go through every check-in, but Dylan as well is looking really, really good. Made some changes today just to kind of like speed up the rate of loss. Like he's still dropping at a nice rate, but we can be a bit more aggressive, so we are. But I put some shots of him on my story this morning, and he looks fucking nuts. Like at the same body weight he was back in like November, like 184 odd pound. He looks fucking crazy. So that's sick. We also then had Will Fishlock, who is now checking twice a week. He is about 15 or so weeks out from the first show. Obviously, I prepped Will last year. There's a show day video on my YouTube if you want to go and watch that. We got a first place at the PCA First Timers in Telford. We also then got a second in Britain at the second show, which there was a full video for that, which was sick. Like one of my the favourite days that was. That was really, really cool. Also the best look of prep. It was fucking brilliant. So yeah, give that a watch if you haven't already. And then we also had Sam Chong, who is a first timer this year in junior men's physique as well. He looks fucking crazy, like genuinely one of the most mental physiques ever on a junior. Like his shape is fucking stupidly good, and he'll do really, really well. I don't know how many weeks it is, but he's doing first timers in Telford. We also have Sam Lloyd checking in today, who is the same weeks out doing the same show in men's physique tall. He looks really good too. Like the leanest I've seen Sam, and like with any lad that's with anyone who's on prep, the first few weeks of prep, I always want to be a bit more aggressive, just to get a good chunk of body fat off. Fuck off, banana. And just get ahead on things basically while we can, and then obviously ease off towards the latter ends of prep and just slowly ease into the show. We then had Jordan, who is also doing first timers. So a good few prep check-ins today. He is going to be in bodybuilding medium, I believe, or bodybuilding tall. He looks class. Like, quads are fucking stupid. Like, some of the best quads and best hamstrings as well that I've seen on a first timer, and he's gonna be really, really cool to get skinned. But yeah, it's been a very, very good day of check-ins. I'm very excited to see how all of them get on, and I'm very excited as well to just get everyone on stage this year. It's going to be a really, really good year. Like last year was crazy. Like my first few clients on stage, 2 overalls, 3 class wins, and second in Britain, and the other lad was really, really good as well. But yeah, it's going to be a great, great year. So post-workout meal is all but done. I do have some salt because I was already like 4 grams of pink salt deep, and I kind of want to space out a bit more, especially with like 6 meals today. So we've got 1 gram of pink salt on that, and we have got 0.2 grams of low salt, so basically half of the salt which I'd usually have for my pre. We then have 2 squares, which I'm at this point in prep, I don't really care that much about making everything be perfect. I just fucking open this fucking... Can you open this? I probably shouldn't have... I just put that on my hand. Right, fuck off. Cookies and green ones are so good. So good. Because they're nice and subtle, nice and sweet. You can still get them in really easy in off season because they're not that like heavy. Tastes great. Nice difference. The caramel ones can be a bit sickly sometimes. Chocolate ones, best texture, but they can get a bit sickly in off season. But in my opinion, they're still the overall goats of how good they are in a prep. There's a Biscoff one coming out. I did see that, so that's cool. Wax in the bin so my girlfriend doesn't kill me. Get some cinnamon. And you got the smoked paprika. That wouldn't be very nice. Bosh. 150 gram of cream of rice. 20 grams of whey. The cream of rice is sticky toffee pudding, which is incredible. Harry Blackburn, if you're watching this. The white chocolate coconut is very, very good, but sticky toffee pudding is better. Did I say white chocolate coconut? Yeah, I did. White chocolate coconut is good. Sticky toffee pudding is better. Raspberry white chocolate, whey. Just want to fucking get it done. Blueberries, banana, squares bars, done. That's the meal. And now it is time to chill out. I think I'm going to watch Deadpool because I feel like I need to generate some autism for this weekend. Like I did in 2024. Really, really shit film. Really easy watch. Perfect for just generating a fuck ton of autism. So that's what we're going to do. Boom. Meal number 4 going in. And it's a good one. It's a nice one. It's... At this point now, you can kind of tell that we are just like where we possibly can, just trying to reduce like the volume of food and not have anything like massively sitting on the stomach. So like, for example, if I needed like 150 carb, you're not going to have 150 carb through cream of rice. You might have 80 carb through cream of rice, and then your maple syrup, your jam, your honey, your dates or your squares bars or things like that. Just like some easier foods to get in, which aren't going to be as high in volume. So high calorie, high carb sources of food. So here we have got, turn them off, 100 grams of jasmine rice, 100 grams of chicken, 50 grams only of green beans. And for the fats, we did run out yesterday, didn't we? However, bought some more. It's really good. I don't understand why, how. It's prep, really. But yeah, the Whole Earth Drizzler Salted Caramel Peanut Butter is actually really, really nice. And there's 40 grams of maple syrup on this, just kind of in there somewhere. So yeah, weirdly, I can't even understand how. I actually like this peanut butter. I don't like normal peanut butter. I'm never going to. But like the salted caramel version is pretty alright, I won't lie. And also like, as much as almond butter is fucking elite, it is a bit of a ball ache when it's in a jar. Like, you can't really get them anymore, but like, there used to be, and you can get them every now and then to be fair, but like the... like a strawberry jam that's just in like a squeezy like tub thing, just so much easier. And what I used to do is when I'd finish one, I'd obviously go and buy a new one, but before I wouldn't even throw it out. I would just empty it, clean it, and then I would put almond butter into it. So much easier to do. Might do that with that, probably won't, because it actually is pretty nice. So yeah, meal 4 going down. I'm going to try and eat now every like 2.5 hours, so I can get my last meal, because it's about 4 o'clock now, just so I can have my last meal at 9, which means that it's not too late, but I'm also giving myself more than enough time to digest food. And I'll be up at 5 tomorrow to check in, and then do it all over again one last time for this year, unless I turn PCA Pro. My blood work is amazing, and we can rebound out and go into a really, really aggressive push and fuck my health up badly, and then go into a prep, and then go and do PCA British and PCA Worlds and come dead last there. That's not going to happen. But if I can get a pro card, that would be cool. And then go into the pro show and get smoked. Do I think any of that is going to happen? No. But one last time, I'm very excited. This is genuinely the biggest ball ache for me, because it's such a good fucking meal, but it's such a fucking nightmare to prep, especially when you've got prep like mindset and you want to make everything be really nice. So this meal is 4 bagel thins, 100 grams of chicken, 100 grams of veg, 50 grams of veg, which is peppers. 4 bagel thins, 100 chicken, 50 veg, which you can see the other ones here. Bosh. It's really nice, like absolutely elite. So it's 2 normal bagel thins and then 2 cinnamon and raisin ones, which class, amazing. However, the other 2 is then 50 grams of fruit, 30 grams of jam, 10 grams of nut butter. And it's like, I always have my bagel thins like open, because it's, one, it takes longer to eat. I like food. And Also, I chew it more. And with like bigger food that I have to chew, I kind of enjoy chewing it more because digest it more. Digest it better, I should say. But it's a fucking ball ache to prep it all together. So yeah, I'm going to be here now for a good 15 minutes or so getting this down, which is nice. And then I need to clean the flat. Molly will be home in the next, like, I imagine like half an hour, 40 minutes. Then we need to get the last couple of bits of hair off. And then it's time for my last meal, which is so much fucking easier to prep. I genuinely can't wait for Monday, where I can literally just have protein, carb, fat, fruit or veg, done. Capiche. And I can just add foods which right now might not digest amazingly, eat eggs and whatnot, but over time I'll get back used to them, I'll be sound. I don't have to worry about digestive stress or anything like that. Fuck me. Jesus. Okay, so dressing gown is required. That means it's getting late. We are literally just about to go and finish off making my last meal and sit down. But as it is the last time that I'm going to be sat in the flat chatting in the evening, I thought I'm actually going to whack the beanie on like I used to in 2024 all the time. And this, to be fair, I actually got this for my birthday from my dad. It's a bit tight. It's a city one. And to be fair, you can't really tell. It's like a little logo there. But it's not too bad. Basically, I kind of want to make myself look as unserious as possible doing this. And talk about something a bit more serious. So, as it is the last time that I'm going to be sat down here in prep, talking to my YouTube for probably about 2 years, what I kind of want to chat about is how to handle the immediate post-show. And what I mean by the immediate post-show, I'm going to get this off, this is pissing me off. Fuck me, I've just had a haircut as well. What I mean like the immediate post-show is the 36 hours after you get off stage. So on Sunday, I am the third class on. I believe the show starts at 10:30. I'll probably be on stage by around 11:15. I'll probably be off stage by around 11:45, depending on how big the class is. If I win, section B starts at 3 p.m. So just before that, there's the bodybuilding overall, the figure overall. There's then pro bodybuilding, pro masters bodybuilding, pro classic bodybuilding, and pro figure. So if I win and I get a fucking, let's say the best outcome possible, right? Let's say I win, I earn a PCA Pro card. I go into the overall for that day, and then I go into fucking pro classic afterwards. I will still be done probably around 2:30, 3 o'clock. So what I kind of want to talk about is how to handle your last show, what to do, what not to do, and how to basically set yourself up the best that you possibly can. Now, you get off stage and you might have family, friends, whoever there, and it's your last show. The first thing which I will tell anybody to do, and I'd advise it, is nail 2 litres of fluid before you go and do anything. 2 litres of water, more maybe. You're probably going to be pretty dehydrated if you've been not limiting fluid. Do not limit fluid on show day, as in I don't not drink, but you're going to be drinking a controlled amount of water. Like, you're not going to be just guzzling it down on show day before you go on stage, right? So rehydrate, get back to feeling some form of norm. Electrolytes, fantastic. Now, go and have food with family, friends, do whatever. If you've got to travel back and it's a long travel, probably get on the road. But at the same time, it's like, say if you're done at like 6 p.m. and you've got a long drive, probably best thing maybe to do is maybe stay overnight if you can, and just try and enjoy the evening. For me, it's half an hour down the road. My mum and dad are coming up tomorrow, and they are staying Sunday night as well. So me and Molly are just going to stay there maybe because it's closer to the venue. Not that it's massively far from us, but it's always been nice to spend a couple of days away, kind of. But for myself, let's say the best case scenario, what I will do post-show is I will immediately nail a good bit of water. I'll see people, I'll have a chat, get some photos of people. Molly's going to be staying for part 2, definitely, because Bikini's on, she wants to watch that. kind of other people will be doing that. Trinity will be there. What I will probably do, like as soon as I'm done chatting to people in that moment, is I'll head back to the Airbnb. I'll have a shower, freshen up, get the top coat of tan off and some of the base coat. I kind of want to leave the base coat on because it looks cool. Anything which Tim has said to do, I will do. He probably is just going to say, just do whatever the fuck you want for the day. But I will shower, then I'll probably go back to the show and I'll see some more people. I'll live a catch up with some people, which is always really nice. And then in the evening, we're going to be going for some food. I know where we're going for food, mainly because I didn't really care where I'm going for food, to be honest. I basically said to my dad, what do you kind of fancy? They were like, we could go for a pizza or something like that. So we're going to go for a pizza. And we wanted to go to a place which is not too far, like not in the city centre because they're bringing my dog. So somewhere we can kind of sit outside. The weather's going to be nice, it'll be cool. The positives of finishing prep in kind of like the summer. I guess not like the winter. I'm not looking at the menu beforehand. I'm not pre-planning what I'm going to have. I'm not hoarding food. Don't hoard food. If you've got food in your freezer, you're an idiot. Like cookies and shit like that. And just have a meal. Have what you would normally have if you weren't just finishing a prep. Like if you were in an off season and you went for an off-plan meal, what would you have? You probably you might get a starter and a main and a drink. You might leave it there. Don't go and get 5 courses. Don't go and get 2 main. Don't go overboard. Just enjoy the meal. Enjoy time with the people that are coming up to support you. Give back to them. Don't be scrolling through your phone, looking at photos. You can do that later. Just be present. Enjoy the time and just enjoy it, right? And then, you know what? If I fancy something afterwards, I might have something afterwards. But I'm just going to have a really nice evening. That's the best thing to do post show, is just spend time with people if you can do. And then on the Monday, I will check in as normal. Tim will give me a plan. I'm also probably going to be having food on the Monday with my family at some point, like just maybe go out for some food in the morning or something, I don't know, and just spend the day with them, which I've already spoken about with Tim. But I will, aside from that, have a base plan about what I'm going to do. That might be a couple of pro-fat meals. Sound. That will probably be get a good amount of fluid in. Sound. And I will just crack on with that. From Tuesday onwards, I'd hazard a guess, not a guess, I'm just going to get back to what I normally do. Eating my normal food. It's probably going to be my current baseline diet, which is absolutely sound. I'm not doing a rebound this year. I'm just going to be going into a health phase. So it's just going to be a case of like, right, baseline diet, assess how body weight responds, escalate food from there when appropriate. And then the more that I stick to my baseline diet, the more baseline diet creeps up, which is going to benefit not only myself from a hormonal standpoint, it's also going to allow my body weight to increase at the rate we want it to. I've got no issue with gaining weight post-show. I don't really care. As soon as my training gets really, really good, to be fair, it's sound now, but as long as my training's good, I don't care. Immediately post-show, within the first 2 weeks, I'd probably like to get £10 back on my frame. And if that's £10 of body fat, I don't care. If I'm literally £5 up, holding 5, 6, £7 in a week from now, I'm not really going to stress. If my prep low is 196 and a bit, so if I'm in the 100, if I'm in the 203s, 204s, holding that, and I'm like sound chilling, I don't care, because that's probably I'm probably already gonna feel a good bit better as a result of that. Not obviously like a day post show, but at the same time, like I'm not really married to the look or anything like that. Like I don't really care. Yeah, I like how I look now. I look pretty cool, but at the same time, I also have goals, and the sooner I can get to cracking down on those goals, as in going into an off season, the better. I want to stay nice and lean and responsive. I'd imagine like a 210 sort of weight is kind of where I want to be starting my off season. Not really any heavier than that, but that gives me like 14 pounds to play with, which is a lot. But at the same time, it's like I was pretty damn lean at like the 209s, 208s on the way down. I'll be leaner when I get back up there. I'm not going to rush anything. I don't need to. But at the same time, it's like with how my high days have been, I can probably have a good bit less than that, obviously, to start off. But I'd imagine my baseline diet will probably be in 2 to 3 weeks, probably around 600 carb training days. I'd like to imagine 650, maybe like 400, 450 rest days, which would be chilling, which would be good enough. I am going to be experimenting with retatrutide post-show. I did have it in a bit earlier in the prep. I didn't like it whatsoever. I had no benefits towards appetite or anything like that. With it, I did 0.5 milligram on a Saturday, 0.5 milligram on the Wednesday. By the Tuesday, I was having random stomach cramps and bloating, not even after a meal, just randomly throughout the day. They'd go down after like 45 minutes, but it would just be annoying. It'd be difficult to sometimes get into a pose. So I just pulled it. I won't use that in a prep really for me, but I'll try it out post-show, mainly because I just want to sort of get some anecdotal evidence on it for myself. I kind of want to know what the sort of response is for me, and how that can be applicable to clients. So I'm going to be using some of that, and I'll document that as well. But yeah, literally the best thing you can do post-show is enjoy yourself, but when you're done, and you know that you're done enjoying yourself, maybe you've taken it a bit too far, you're like, right, this is taking the piss now, get back to your baseline diet, get back to whatever your coach has told you to do. That will begin to put you in the best spot that you possibly can be. I don't need 3 days off plan. I am going to have the Sunday to chill out, I'll have some of the Monday, and then from Tuesday onwards, I will chill the fuck out. I'll enjoy some nice food, I'll enjoy anything that I fancy in moderation. I'm not going to go to a Tesco and just get every single fucking thing that I'm like, oh, that could be nice. I might be like, oh, that's all right, I might try that. Cool. My meal plan, I will change the odd bit around. So I might add in some oats because they're a bit more satiating. I might add in some potato because it's a bit more satiating. And little things like that. Even like a fucking Ninja Creamy. I'll probably still have one because it's more volume. And when that initial goal of stepping on stage isn't there, it is a bit more difficult mentally. And yeah, I struggle mentally post-show, but so does everyone. I accept that. It's going to be a bit, it's more challenging in my opinion than the actual prep. But it's cool. I've done it before. I know there's going to be days where I feel great, there's going to be days where I feel shit, just like there was in prep. But view your post-show period, view that next 4 to 6 weeks as just an extension of prep. It is what it is. I'm not going to feel amazing right now. I'm not going to feel amazing in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but I'll gradually begin to feel better. And accepting that is really, really important. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed the 12-minute chat. I will now go and make a post-workout meal. Post-workout meal? Fucking hell. Last meal, and then I will clock off, and I'll try and get this up for tomorrow. There probably will be a delay on the 1 day out video and the show day video. They'll be out sometime next week. But yeah, there we go. And there we have it, the final meal of the final full day of loading. 100 grams of white chocolate coconut cream of rice, 20 grams of white chocolate hazelnut, naughty boy way, 100 grams of blueberries, 50 grams of banana, and then 15 grams of, I can't believe I'm saying it, peanut butter. So yeah, wabosh, looks nice. A little bit of cinnamon on top. Yeah, I don't know why I did it the other day where I put like loads of cinnamon on it. It tastes like fucking shit when you do that. It's all like dusty and stuff. So I'm not doing that again. But it is time to chill out, get my feet up, get my last bit of water in, and watch the penultimate episode of season 3 of The Night Agent with Molly, which will be very nice. So yeah, I will leave it there for today. Thank you for watching. Links will be down below as usual. And this time tomorrow I will be a different shade of colour, and I'll probably be on my arse eating chicken and almond butter one last time, which is quite sad because I am going to miss the chicken, almond butter and green beans. It's such a good meal, but unfortunately I need to grow a lot of muscle to be competitive the next time that I step on stage in open bodybuilding, or if all goes to plan, PCA Pro Classic. So yeah, I can't be having any pro fat meals. It is just going to be full send the off season, and look forward to some probably pretty big full days of eating over the next couple of months. And before you comment, I am not doing a fucking calorie challenge. One, because it's not me. Two, because if I was to do a calorie challenge, I'd get to 6K and I probably stop because I'd be fucked. So yeah, that's not going to happen. Sorry. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Any comments, likes, shares, subscriptions, story tags, we would greatly appreciated, as they always would be anyway. But yeah, I'll leave it there for now, and I will speak to you tomorrow.